Ali brought up the politics of this. Let's bring in co-founder and CEO of All In Together, Lauren Leader. And Lauren, you've been conducting polls about abortion and finding that attitudes on abortion have changed and continue to loom large over the elections, where Republicans on a number of issues appear to be on the wrong side of where most Americans are.
Yeah, and Mika, I was thinking about when I was here exactly a year ago after the Dobbs decision was overturned, and we talked about how much we believed that it was going to completely change the political landscape in America, and that has really proven to be true. For Democrat and independent women, this is becoming the #1 voting issue. Guns and abortion for women, Democratic women, #1 and 2, separated by just 1 point in our most recent poll. It's also a deal breaker issue for women voters, meaning that if the elected official does not share their values on abortion, they absolutely won't vote for them. And I think what's really interesting and that has changed is the point that Ali was making, is that the landscape for Republican voters has also really shifted. And we really found some significant changes there, that more Republican women are deeply divided over this issue. It is not a unifying issue, that Republican women also are struggling with the bans in the states, think that lawmakers are not listening to them on these issues, and that it's gone too far. And that was particularly true for voters in states that have enacted abortion bans. So I think this is the top issue for voters going into the election, and Republicans have just not caught on to this.
And Lauren, you've spoken a lot about women voters. You also looked at men, the attitudes, and theirs are changing as well.
Absolutely. And, you know, look, we really saw this in the midterm elections, where men across the country said that they were turning out for Democratic candidates in support of the women in their lives and, you know, against the rollback of Dobbs. And I think that's become really deeply personal for a lot of Americans. The more we hear about the stories like this case in Texas, or Gary Peters' wife, who, you know, suffered from horrendous complications, the more men are realizing this is a family issue, this is a freedom issue, it's a healthcare issue. This has really changed how Americans are thinking about the issue. It's becoming very personal, it's becoming very scary, and it's becoming very real. You know, Republicans, there was a poll that was left sort of sitting on a table after one of the Republican strategy meetings, and Republicans themselves know that this issue is actually pushing an advantage for Democrats, especially among independents. Their own internal polling showed Democrats up 3 on the generic Senate race, specifically on the abortion issue. And that is because so many folks in the middle, independent voters, are getting pushed to the left over this issue.
Co-founder and CEO of All In Together, Lauren Leader, thank you very much for sharing those poll results with us. Thank you. And coming up, we're going to